What's going on, Jerome's? So we're getting after it on a Tuesday after a Monday holiday because it feels like a Monday, except it's that much closer to the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. Someone working is Chris Sims at NBC. Wonder how he got that gig. Son of Boomer Esiason is on with... I just love that joke. Anyways, he's frequently on with Florio. It's not a thermos. Chris Sims, back in the day. Pride of Texas, Hook'em. Although... he made Roy Williams way more famous. The Oklahoma Roy Williams, not the Texas receiver Roy Williams or the Kansas Carolina basketball coach Roy Williams. There's a lot of Roy Williamses. Also, that's not a name that you see around a lot anymore. Roy or even Leroy. Like, you just don't see that. Or like Edgar. Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, Chris Sims bounced around the National Football League as well, and yeah, he loves doing his quarterback rankings. He has thoughts about things, and he is releasing his top 40 now. Of course, selfishly for us Vikings fans, where does rookie J. McCarthy as well as Sling and Sam Darnold rank? Now, wasn't expecting much. So before I even saw where they were in the pecking order, McCarthy coming in as a rookie, may not even start, was quarterback 5 in the class, even though number 5 was number 10 overall. And Darnold was the darling of the 2018 class, number 3 overall, but didn't work out with the Jets, didn't work out with the Panthers, was a backup last year with the San Francisco 49ers, and now is seen as probably a bridge quarterback at best to J.J. McCarthy here with the Vikings. So I wasn't expecting much, right? And I was not disappointed. So top 40 so far. Stidham with the Broncos. Now, Stidham isn't even like the highest ranked Broncos quarterback. It's funny, but it's great that he's ahead of Zach Wilson. Minshew with the Raiders. Kenny Pickett, backup. Also Jumpin' Joe Flacco, another backup with the Colts as well. Although Flacco looked pretty good at times last year for the Browns. Not so much in the playoff game against the Texans, but Jabroni Brisket. Now, I am thinking about opening a barbecue joint called Jabroni Brisket. And Jacoby, we will send you a percentage. There you go. Now, I love like the mom and pop barbecue stands where they get up early in the morning, they light the fires, they make the barbecue for the day, and when it's out, it's out. Like, I actually don't like the chain barbecue places where it's just like, okay, made days in advance, and then they just warm it up in a sous vide bag or put it in the friggin' microwave. Nah. Day of. That's the way to go, man. Then into the top 35. So Jameis at 35. Jameis will give the Browns the best chance. Like, I don't believe in Deshaun. He can get the hell out of here. Bryce Young at 34. Astute. But, I mean, I want to believe. I just don't know that he will ever have enough firepower around him with Carolina. Sam Darnold at 33. So, he's in the young and the reckless category. It's kind of fun. Now, you do have to take Darnold, Sims' take on Darnold with a grain of salt, because going back, I actually had to do detective work. This is great. So, back at Bleacher Report, Chris Sims did up his top 5 quarterbacks in the 2018 draft. He had Josh Allen at 1. Nailed that one. Rosen at 2. Baker at 3. I mean, Baker's fine, but for the number 1 overall pick. Lamar, multi-time MVP, went number 32 overall. And they got Sling and Sam Darnold, who went 3 to the Jets as number 5. So he didn't like Darnold coming in, and I'm certain that the opinions have certainly not changed, because Darnold hasn't really done a lot of things to sway those opinions, right? So Anthony Richardson at 32. I know that Richardson is low because of the injury, but I just feel, again, I like Bryce Young. I just feel like Richardson's ceiling and floor is just so much higher. I just really think so. Tannehill's 31, even though he's a free agent. Whatever. At the end of the top 30. So, J.J. McCarthy barely edges out Ryan Tannehill. Fantastic, man. And now you'll notice, so ready rookies. Will Levis is in this tier. Only thing I know about Will Levis, probably shouldn't say it because it's a family show. But Penix, Daniels, Nix, and McCarthy. So obviously, actually, you know what? I don't think that Drake May is going to be in his top 40. right? Because if you look at Sims' thoughts on the 2024 class, so he had Drake May way below, way down. Williams in a class by himself, Jaden Daniels up there as well, and then tier 3 franchise starting quarterbacks. He's got Bo Nix at 3. Penix at 4, J.J. McCarthy at 5. So that's basically where 4 out of the 5 are bunched up. So Caleb Williams obviously a little bit higher, probably, I don't know, probably like 21, 22, somewhere in there. But Penix at 27, even though he's not going to be starting in all likelihood. Jaden Daniels is the presumptive starter of Washington. Bo Nix, I mean, if Bo Nix can't beat out Jarrett Stidham and Zach Wilson, come on, man. And McCarthy is at 30. But it is a little bit of push-pull because McCarthy, Kevin O'Connell is going to be very, very cautious with him, and he's not going to put McCarthy out on the field before he's ready. And that's something that's great about the Vikings situation, is that they have the luxury to do that. Maybe not so much some of the other quarterbacks in other places, especially like Eberflus with the Bears. He's already named Caleb Williams starting quarterback even before they got on the field for OTAs. He's like, I got to start winning. And also, you put in part and parcel the fact that everything with Darnold could be good to go. So I think that if there was a re-ranking like mid to late season, I think Darnold could be easily top half of the league. I think that he may be able to grind up and pan out some of that potential and find himself where, I mean, Kirk Cousins was generally ranked. Now, also you have to take into the account that Sims was not a fan of the Vikings moving on from Kirk Cousins. The more I think about it, the more I ask what the hell the Vikings were thinking, letting Kirk Cousins out the door, a top 10 to 12 quarterback over a few million. A few million. To start over at the most important position with no guarantee at drafting one of the top guys. It still worked out. So, like I said, Sims naturally has a bias because he didn't like the Kirk Cousins move. I mean, he's probably going to have Kirk Cousins in the top 10. It's like, oh, look at all the weapons. He finally has weapons in Atlanta. And also the fact that he was down on Darnold in 2018. He was whatever on McCarthy in 2024. It's okay. We got our guys. We were ready to roll. And, the son of Boomer Esiason, whatever. But your thoughts are thoughts. Sims top 40 quarterback ranks. Both Vikings quarterbacks. Similar grouping. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But next time, Skull Production Value.